Hey friends, welcome to A Little of It All. My name is Taylor. On this channel, we are using the zero-based and cash stuffing budgeting methods to stay out of debt and save money to buy a house. So if that sounds like content you're interested in, I would just love it if you subscribe to this channel and joined us on our amazing adventure that we have been on. We would love to have you. But friends, don't be surprised if you see a video pop up like a travel vlog or maybe a cooking video, because I do love a little of it all. Thanks so much for choosing me to spend some time with today, friends. Whether this is your first time stopping by or you've been hanging out for a while, I'm just so thankful that you're here. Guys, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up so I know that you're hanging out today, because we have some stuff to get to and some stuff to talk about. We are budgeting May's first paycheck. But before we get into that, it is time for me to, I don't want to say come clean, because it's going to sound like I've been lying to you guys about some stuff, which I haven't been lying to y'all. I just haven't told y'all exactly everything that has been going on, and there's a couple reasons that I've done that. Number one, I don't want every time that you click on one of my videos for there to be more bad news and something else has happened and you won't guess what it is this week. So I just haven't said a lot about the not fabulous things that have kind of been happening in the background. On Instagram, I'll kind of say a little blurb or just a little sentence or two. So if you follow me on Instagram, you kind of know a little bit about what I'm about to say. But our budget is changing, but the May budget, our first check, is gonna be super different than what it normally is. And that is because we are having to pay for something, and we are kind of leaving a buffer in our checking account. So my first paycheck, $2,643. It's my paycheck. And here's what's going on. So first and foremost, a couple of weeks ago, we had to call a plumber because we still really don't know what happened, but literally all of the sinks at the trailer that we're living in right now stopped working all at once. And it wasn't because of a leak. There was nothing wrong with any other water situation in our house. All of our toilets still flushed. All of our tubs still ran. Literally everything was fine except for the sinks. Literally both of the bathroom sinks and the kitchen sink just stopped working. And so we had to call a plumber. They had to come out. They had to fix it. They also said it was the strangest thing they had ever seen, because normally when that happens, it's a water leak or something like that. No, nothing like that was going on. There was no leaking water outside our house or inside of the trailer. Nothing. Not a thing. So we had to pay for that. That was a little over $500 on our credit card. We can easily pay that off in May. It's just going to be a little bit out of our 3 checks, and we'll still be able to save. But the big one is that our lawnmower got stolen, and so we were already planning to buy a new lawnmower when we bought our house. But we were gonna, that was gonna be the last thing that we saved for, because we already had a lawnmower. And so it wasn't imperative that we had to save for one because we had one. Well, clearly that's changed, because we don't have a lawnmower anymore. It got, it's gone. It's completely stolen. And so now, we need to save for a fence and save for a lawnmower, have that saved up before we look to buy a house. And so all of that to say, everything is fine. It's gonna be okay. It's a bummer. It really sucks, and I'm really frustrated, but it's okay. And so our budget was already changing in April. It's gonna change even more in May. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a $500 buffer in our checking account this first paycheck of May. And you may be like, Tay, that doesn't make sense. You need to take that $500 and you need to pay off your credit card. And friends, I hear you. I do hear you. But my husband and I have talked about it, and we just feel like, for whatever reason, you know, just kind of like when you have that feeling, we need to have this buffer in our checking account to like cover an emergency if we have to swipe a card where we can't pay cash, that type of thing. We're just going to leave it in our checking account. And I know some of you are probably like, that doesn't make any sense. And I hear you. I really, really do. It doesn't. I have thought about it 1 bajillion quadrillion times, I promise you. But this is kind of honestly, like, when I think about it and I think about our finances, this is what I feel the most peace about doing right now. Now, that could change and we may have to do something different next month. Anyway, this was deposited at the very end of April. So it was deposited April 30th, and it needs to last us until May 12th. For what we need to leave in the bank, you know, we take care of our bills first with a zero-based budget, because that's what we're doing here on this channel. We take care of our bills first and make sure that our bills are paid. So that is going to cover $884. And that is going to be, you know, like our electricity, water, the first part of our tithe. A lot of our subscriptions comes out at the first of the month, so that's $884. And then we have our $500 buffer that we're going to leave in. Plus, I kind of figured it, $177 for the credit card that we need to pay back. And then we have a $30 subscribe and save for our puppy pads. So in the account, we need to leave $15.91. So that does not leave us a whole lot of room to play with this month for our first May paycheck. You know, usually that's where we get to stuff big, but it's okay. So $1,052, that's what we've got to work with for the rest of everything. So we've got our bills taken care of, so let's move on to our must-haves: grocery, gas, household, our annuals. Let's take care of our pups. So for groceries, we're cutting that budget even more this month. So for groceries, in our wallet this time is only getting $24. Whew. And then in the binder, it is getting $140. So minus 24, minus 24, minus 140. Y'all pray for us. We can absolutely do it. It's just going to take an adjustment. We know that. Gas remains the same at $100, so minus 100. And then our household is getting cut even more, 25, 25, and 35. So that is minus 25, minus 25, minus 35. That should be $85 total. So then we are moving down to our annuals. Our annuals have to get paid 12, 5, and 3. So minus 12, minus 5, minus 3. Perfect. And then our pups, they need puppy food. So minus 25. And then puppy pills also comes out here, minus 120. This is what we're looking like so far. I do have to finish giveaways. That is also important right now. Minus 50, because I have to do that. All right. So we have the must-haves filled out. This is the most important, the most imperative. Let's move back to our wallet. And let's see, I feel like these amounts are going to be different than what they have been on our previous checks, but that's okay. We're stuffing a different amount, so that makes sense. So let's do spending 20. We both have some things that we were wanting to get, and so just to make sure we don't put those on the credit card, I am going to keep that the same. Eating out though, that's going to change. Let's do 10 and 5, so minus 15. Okay, going out with friends, let's see, we'll do that. 10. Drinks will still give us some money, but we'll just cut it down. Minus 10. Toiletries, 10 and 20. We are always having to buy toiletries, so I'm just going to keep that the same to make sure we don't have to put that on the credit card. And then miscellaneous and buffer, I feel safe leaving those at 5s. Minus minus 20. Okay, perfect. This is looking good. We still had one more envelope that we needed to stuff up that we didn't get to stuff in April, and that was Sam's. So that needs $200. So minus 200. All right, 139 is what we've got left. Let's see here. I do need to bump up going out with friends. It got pretty drained. So let me do that. Alrighty. I think what I'm gonna do is, all right, I'm gonna skip this one and this one and this one, and I feel like I'm just gonna put 10s here. I like that. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and 10. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So minus 60. All right, so we've got 29 left. Let's flip over on the back. Let's get rid of that 9. So for 825, we'll put 9. Okay, and so let's go ahead and get it started, y'all. It'll only be $20, but $20 is better than no dollars, right? So we'll put $20 in our fence challenge for our new home, and we'll minus $20, and that leaves us with a zero-based budget. All of our money has an assignment for this pay period. It is a little wonky because of everything we've got going on, but we still did it. We were still able to fund everything I wanted to fund. I wish this was in the hundreds, but that is okay. We're getting it started, and I'm still very, very pleased to see this happening. That makes me happy. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what our denomination breakdown is going to be. Let's get that cash breakdown sheet going. Okay, guys, let's give it a count and see if we got this right. And 1052 is exactly what we should have. Wonderful. Okay, we are going to fill out this teller slip, y'all, and then we are all budgeted for our first paycheck of May. And there we have it, my friends. Our first paycheck is budgeted, our first zero-based budget for May. We are ready to go, guys, so we'll be stuffing soon. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me. Y'all are the best and wonderful and fabulous, and I just love y'all so much. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Don't give up doing great things, my friends. Bye, guys.